Dice Man Enterprises exclusively presents a talk show that will get to the bottom of things once and for all. And now here's your host for Let's Get to the Bottom of That, three weirdos on a mic. That's right. Welcome into another edition of Let's Get to the Bottom of That. I'm your host, Byron Dice. And I am only one weirdo on the mic today. Thank you so much for tuning in. As the title suggests that you clicked on, this is behind the scenes. And we're going to go behind the scenes of my studio. Now, that being said, this is the first time that I've done a video in addition to the audio of the podcast. So this is going to be very unpolished because I don't know what I'm doing. Okay, I got a camera, I got a light, I already had audio equipment, so whatever, because I've been podcasting for almost a year on this particular show. So, and the reason, now here, I'll go ahead and let everybody jump out that wants to jump out. This is not a topic-driven show today. We have no topic to discuss. We have nothing to get to the bottom of other than why did Byron pick all these weird things to put on his wall in the studio. That's the only thing we got to get to the bottom of. And if I highly suggest you get to the bottom of that yourself by reaching out to the Spotify mobile app and just writing in the comments telling me, you know what, here's why Byron did this, because he's old and decrepit. Oh, Indiana Jones, the dial of the dial of decrepity, the dial of dysentery, the dial of dementia, whatever. So I'm going to let everybody that wants to bail now. There's no topic today. It's just me doing behind the scenes of, I'm giving you a firsthand look at my studio that I've created here, on the podcast. That's all we're doing today. Why am I doing? So that being said, if you want to bail, go ahead and bail. It's not a big deal, but if you're that person that wants to hang around and see what Byron has created here, with the studio, I invite you. Why do I keep popping the tongue there? That's weird. I never do that when I talk regular, but when the mic's in front, I don't know. I can't recreate it. It only happens when I'm talking. I'll try not to do it. It's annoying me, so it has to be annoying you. And I like talking about annoying things when they annoy me real time. So that's neither here nor there. It's over there. Anyway, I told you this is going to be unpolished, so whatever. But now the reason I'm doing this particular behind the scenes, go ahead and jump out. No topic today. If you don't want to, you don't care, you don't care. If you do care, stay on. I'm going to give you the reasons why we're doing this. So Mike has left the show. And as you probably heard, his voice was on the last episode that we published, Pizzagate. That was recorded back in June before he announced that he was leaving the show. Okay. So that brings us to July. So I had published that for July. My intentions were, I was taking a sabbatical from my job. I took a sabbatical for the month of July. So I gave everybody that was a part of this podcast the month off. They didn't have to come and record and talk about weird things. They didn't have to research. I gave them the month off. So no production time. That being said, I didn't want to leave you, the audience, you, the listener. I didn't want to leave you without anything because I know you just crave it every week. You're just, hey, give me some more moon landing, give me some more Bigfoot, give me some more UFOs, okay? So, my conspiracy nuts, I wanted to give that to you. So, I recorded a bunch of shows, at least 3 in June, and I scheduled them for July to cover the absence of non-production. That being said, I missed one show in June. Something happened, conflict schedule. Maybe I was tired. I just felt like doing it. It was a lot of work having to try to double up on episodes. So whatever happened, it happened. And I was only able to cover 3 Friday publishes for July. That's the only time I was able to cover it. So this Friday up right here that this has been published on, did not have a show. So I was like, what am I going to do? I just don't want to have a notification not going out, because people are used to consistent notifications every Friday at 9 a.m. If they're a subscriber or a follower on Spotify, they get a notification. Plus, I blast it on socials. People are kind of used to it. It's consistent, okay? I didn't want that to be a hole. Maybe I'm overthinking things. Maybe I could have left it and nobody would have thought a second, where's Byron? Maybe they would have, maybe they wouldn't. I didn't want to take the chance. So I decided to fill in this Friday with just behind the scenes, something to satisfy that one listener, that one audience member that said, you know what, I'm glad he put something out, because if he didn't, I would have been craving it for, another week. What's going on with the bottom of that? So if that's you, I appreciate you listening. That one listener, that one audience member that really cares and wants to see behind the scenes of the studio. That being said, that's why I published this. Our publish dates are, we don't start back in production until August, which is next week. The first week in August, we start production back up. And we have a surprise for you, because we have found someone. We've auditioned people, and we found someone to fill in Mike's chair. So the third weirdo on the mic will be filled in, and you will be introduced to him on our first show coming back in August. Now, that being said, you probably didn't even know we were gone because of the publish schedule. We were just publishing normal, and you didn't know that we took a sabbatical. I didn't tell anybody. I'm telling you now. That way, full transparency. Kind of like, hey, where's he been? He sounds kind of, because if you listen to episodes, like for instance, the one that Mike was on with the Pizzagate, we did that early June, and it's probably dated. By the time it hits the airwaves, the time it hits your ears, a lot of the stuff is dated. Like news coverage stuff is already out. It's like we don't do a live show, so we can't be that current. We're about a week to 2 weeks behind. So when we talk about news as it's happening on the day of recording, it's probably about 2 weeks, 1 to 2 weeks old, which I hope you understand that. So, because we don't come in here and shoot a video on Thursday and then we're published the next day. That would be cool. That'd be a lot of work. I'd be kind of behind the 8 ball, but whatever. So, that being said, I'm going to go behind the scenes today. Or is there anything else? Oh, please, please, if you're able, the first episode that we drop, there's going to be a lot. I'm going to welcome the new person on the mic, our new co-host. And there's a ton of comments from you, the audience, that has responded to our show. There's a ton of comments I'm going to go over, and I'm sure you don't want to miss that. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to stand up. I'm going to grab the camera. This is highly unpolished because I've never done this before. Matter of fact, I don't even know how I'm going to upload this to my podcasting platform. I hope it all works out. I hope either if this is audio only, I'm really embarrassed. But I don't know how that happened. But nonetheless, if you're hearing this, please leave a comment and say, hey, where's the video? And I'll get it to you somehow. Because there is video with this. You can actually see my face for the first time, probably. Now, if you follow me on Instagram, you've seen my face. I do most of my social media pushes on Instagram, and I push most of that stuff to Facebook. So you see my face there. I come on the camera and I talk about the episode, what's happened, and, real-time updates. If you wanted to stay real-time update with the show, that's the blessed place to do it. The best place to keep up real time is the Instagram. So here's the mic, and here's me. So I'm going to go around the room and just show you what I've done with the place. And behind the scenes. So let's start right here with this poster. Let's see. It's Divided We Stand. That's the poster. Divided we stand. Usually it's divided we fall, united we stand. But the current state of our country, our culture, it seems to be the more we're divided that we're standing, because we're kind of getting away from the crowd. But I thought it was a cool poster. It's got a anonymous and a skull flag. Really cool. Got to admit one up here. Friendly reminder that Big Brother's always watching. I just got a camera up there just to record all the shenanigans that go on. I thought this was appropriate. We got Superman up here hanging out by the USA, the American flag. The American flag right there. Superman. And as we pose around the room, pose? It's not even a word. This is a picture my daughter painted. It's the 3 original weirdos. And that glare is horrible. There we go. 3 original weirdos on a mic. There's Mike, Jason, and myself. She painted that and gave it to me as I think it was a birthday or Christmas. Or it was some kind of gift. It was just great. And I've got some sound treatment. Oh, there I am right there in the Navy. Yeah, dude. Young buck. Ready to take the world on. Here's Ghost Recon right here. Little dude from Ghost Recon. Who cares, right? Up here. Oh, I got sound treatment kicking. Right? Bought those at Rebel Retail for $10. That was good. Got some sound treatment. We got the big screen. I got a big screen TV. And what we do with that is I throw any resources that I have that I want to show the guys that we're looking at or reading over. I'm sorry the camera's so shaky, dude. I'm so sorry. I told you it was unpolished, so if you want to bail, go ahead. But big screen TV, I show all the resources to the guys as we're doing the show. This is interesting. A fan of the show sent me this wall art up here. These comic, of course, if you haven't guessed by now, I love comic books. Let me see if I can zoom in. Yeah, it's Batman. We got Spider-Man and Captain America. So it's just comic book covers. A fan of the show gave that. And then let's spin around here. Here's the light that I'm using the shot for. Okay, this poster here, I had to have this poster here. I want to believe. I want to believe. I figured for the topics of our show, I had to have this shot here. Of course, some more sound treatment. Over here, we have a really cool picture of the United States. And it has all the flags. And I apologize. Let me see if I can get some light over here. Yeah, I just turned the light our way. All the tags of every state is put on this map. Really cool. Oh, and there's another poster a fan of the show sent me because they knew that I love comic books. Right here we have, let me spin around because the cord's in my way. Right here we've got Mario Kart next to Batman, the tumbler. Really cool. Bowser's kicking it up front. And then we just I got a little shrine for Star Wars. A little accent light over here. My wife says I'm a 12-year-old girl with this light. Not sure what that means, but I'll take it. Star Wars, Batman symbol. Of course, my Funko Pops for Kiss. I had to have those. It was just too cool. I mean, with the drums too. Come on. It was really cool. And then Gene over here holding the fire. Very cool. Very cool. And then, of course, I've got the original Avengers right here. About to throw down. I got a nice book on AC/DC. It's an album book, cover to cover. I may lose microphone down here, but down here we got Venom, Spider-Man, and Nova. And over here we got Captain Kirk and Black Widow, and we've got Samuel L. Jackson doing the Nick Fury stance. And up here we got the original Guardians of the Galaxy. So there's that. And then let's move around. I hope this audio is picking up. Sorry, it's unpolished. I'm going to stop apologizing. I love this shot here. See if you can see it. Yeah. It's a cinema. It's got popcorn reel to reel, and it says enjoy the show. That's just a really cool sign that I thought when I got that at Home Place or something like that, the home store or something. And I thought it was really cool. And over here, another fan sent me the Captain America. Some more sound treatment. And of course, I've got a sofa in here. If we have a fourth guest, they can sit here. This boom mic will go all the way down here, and it goes straight to the chair. So if anybody comes on the show as a guest, we have them sit here, and we can have them do the show. They don't have to be around the table. They can be comfortable. So there's a sofa right here. And of course, my daughter and son-in-law gave me these pictures. They used to have these posters, Batman, got a ton of Marvel characters here. They gave me these posters when they used to have them in their house, and they said, we're not 14 years old anymore, so we're going to get rid of these. And I was like, you know what? I'm still 14. Let me put them in my studio. I've got an NU64 cartridge, Mario, right here. And then this poster is really cool. It is 70 years. Excuse me a second. I am wrapped up in cords. This one is 70 years of Marvel. Let's see if I can zoom in. 70 years of Marvel and all their comics. Sorry, the camera is shaky. And as you can see, there's some classics here. Classics, like right here, we've got, oh, wait a minute. Glaire's Horrible. Secret Invasion, we've got Civil War, the New Avengers, the New X-Men, Secret Wars, that was a great run. Hulk, Fantastic Four. All the great Marvels from the past 70 years are on this poster. I love that poster. And some more sound treatment. And that pretty much shows you everything. I'll just give you a wide shot of the table. So here's all the mics. There's 3 of us on the mic around this table. This is where I do my research for all the show notes. And yeah, that's behind the scenes. And that, my friend, is behind the scenes. That is the studio that we produce our content every week. Now, I don't know how that's going to look until I go back and watch it. So, I don't want to record that again. So I hope it looks good. I hope it does. So I hope you enjoy behind the scenes. I wanted to put something out to let you know, no, I didn't forget about you. We didn't shut production down. Once Mike left, hey, that was the last show. I just wanted to put something out so that you had something that you could watch. Okay. Since it's the first time I'm doing a video, something you can watch and something you can go, oh, there he is. He's still consistently pushing out content, even though it's not a regular show. But we have a new guy coming on next week, so pay attention to that. I hope that you will embrace the new guy as well as you've embraced Mike. Mike was a great addition to the show. We miss him a lot, and actually behind the scenes, he's still pushing out content to me and keeping me up to date on some of the topics that we're going to talk about. So we got a lot of great topics for August, September. We're coming up on September 28th is a year of our podcast. So that'll be, we'll be 1 year old in September 28th. And we've got content lined up all the way till there and beyond. So I hope you'll stay along for the ride. Well, I think that's about it. Probably if you have any questions, by the way, there's a ticker tape right below this video. I know I mention social media all the time and how you can find us on social media, but it's there. Our handle is bottom of that. So anywhere on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Also just signed up on TikTok to try to reach another audience that maybe I don't have an audience, or maybe I can get more listeners. that want to hear our content. TikTok/bottom of that. So there's a ticker tape on the bottom of this video, so you can jot that down. Make sure you follow us on Instagram. I may start doing some lives on Instagram. Who knows? Some live streams while we're doing the show. But pay attention next week. We've got a brand new show next week where we're inviting our guy to come on, our new guy. So hopefully you'll embrace him. I think that's about it. Oh, don't forget, if you're on the Spotify mobile app, there's a Q&A section below each show. You can put your comments there. And also you can email me at truth@bottomofthat.com and give me any feedback that you want. Like, you want me to do some shows that we haven't done, or you have comments on previous shows, or if you want to be a guest on the show, you can do that as well. I'm Byron Dice. Until next week, I thank you for listening. And don't forget, always get to the bottom of that.